But will that change tonight? That is the question on everyone's mind. And New York is really hoping so, because they need some kind of plays here to happen. If they get this win in Miami and the Bats lose again, they could possibly be in the playoff picture already. And that would be incredible to think about, but it could be a reality. Oh, that was bad. It could have been intercepted. Carl Karros has got to be praying that was... He's got to be gracious that one did not get intercepted right there. That was hit. And he actually could have caught the pass, but it would have been pretty hard. 2nd and 10 now for New York. Under 9 minutes left to go, as it's a throw downfield, and it's not good. Carl Karros airs out his receivers too often. They probably could have had 2 touchdowns if he did not air out his receivers that much. Yeah, I think actually now looking at Carl Karros' gameplay more, they probably do need a new quarterback. If this team had a new quarterback and a new halfback, this team could be really good, I think. This could be like Seattle Natives and a Detroit Power team. But here's a catch on 3rd and 10 as they keep the drive going. As for now, this team will have to work. And Karros actually hits the pass. And for Victor Rhodes, his 2nd reception for 37 yards. He's been used twice on this play. And those are his only 2 receptions so far today. As he's coming big here in the 4th. As Johnson kind of tripped up Robinson as he was trying to get there. Robinson's let a lot of catches happen so far, whoever he's been covering. But here we have a 1st and 10 on the Businessmen. Can they actually cash in this time? They've been to this side quite often, but can't cash in. Karros throwing downfield, caught up inside the red zone at the 8. As now it's a 1st and goal. Businessmen, that's the first for the day. Trey Jackson, the tight end, to get the catch. Karros is playing pretty well in this drive so far. Can they finally cash in? That's something they haven't even done today. As Trey Jackson found his way open and Carl Karros delivered this time. As 1st and goal now for the Businessmen. As this game, like most Businessmen games, primetime games, is pretty close. Can they actually do something this time, though? Here we have a 1st and goal. Businessmen are going to try to run on 1st down. Scrambling up to the 5th. Oh, and Carl Karros is injured. Carl Karros is on the ground and injured. Oh, that's not good. The backup might have to come out. That's not a sign you like to see, especially in this point in the game. They're 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line. This is the biggest spot. Now we have 2nd and goal. As Henry Garnett is the backup. He's only 3 overall under, being 70 overall. But he's probably going to have to come out then. As yes, Henry Garnett is out on the field for 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal now for the Businessmen. They're going to hand it off again, trying to get some yards. And it's going to go to the 4. 9 rushes, 20 yards for Evan Flats. As on 3rd and goal, they might have to go for the pass situation with Garnett. Unless Carl Karros is fine. He didn't go into the locker room, so he might be fine. But we have a 3rd and goal, and it's who's going to be on the field. I think that's Karros. But we have a 3rd and goal here. It's a pass, touchdown! Businessmen get a touchdown. As it is Victor Rhodes to get in there. As I think that's his 1st touchdown catch of the season. No, yes it is. Victor Rhodes gets his 1st touchdown catch of the season. And New York is on the board. As this extra point will tie the game. And our game is tied. 11 plays, 89 yards, 3 minutes and 16 seconds. As that was a long drive by the Businessmen. I want to see who was the quarterback for that play. I'd really like to know. Alright, it was Henry Garnett. Yes, I wonder if that was Carl Karros, if he would have made it or not. But Henry Garnett, we'll see if he might be If he has a good game here for the rest of the fourth, they might make him the starting QB. Who knows? Carl Karels might go out. But Garnett delivers to Victor Rhodes, and we have a tied game all of a sudden. Carl Karels did bring him down there, though, so we'll see what happens, though. As it's taken in from the end zones, they're going to take this out. And it will come to the 18 as he could have played that a little better, but Ronaldo Smith got him down. 21 yards per return right now for that player. I think it's Leonard Roy, but I'm not going to shoot. What's it called? I don't know. Whatever. 1st and 10. As we'll see what New Orleans can do. As we'll see if they can go ahead again. Now we have a 1st and 10 for Seth Skies in the offense. Seth Skies throwing on 1st down. It's caught up to the 22. It's at 4 yards on the play. 2nd and 6 now. As he gets... New York has only allowed 158 yards so far, and 94 of those being passing. And 64 rushing yards. 158 total yards for New Orleans. Carl Graves gets the reception. Eddie Stocks with the tackle. Skies throwing the wide receiver screen, and that's swallowed up. Minus a yard on the play. As it's a 3rd and 7 now, as Brady Garnett to bring him down. Tried the wide receiver screen, but New York was ready for it. They're not going to let big plays happen this far into the game. Third and 7 now with 6:38 left in the fourth. New York looking for a stop. New Orleans looking for a 1st down. Seth Skies throwing. It's caught. 1st down. As it's a big play by New Orleans. 6 for 27, 131 yards for Seth Skies. And that Jesse Flowers' 4th reception is that's his 3rd big 3rd down conversion. I mean, that's probably 2nd, might be his 3rd. But that's the 2nd time I've seen him do it. Kevin Trolls, that I recall. Kevin Trolls gets in a tackle there. 13 rush and 27 pass for New Orleans as they've leaned to passing here this far in the game. I think they should go towards the run, but here's the passing game. It's working as they flip field position again, and they're on New York side. Carl Graves gets a 23-yard reception there. 5 receptions, 54 yards for Carl Graves. As that's a big play by the Musicians. And they're trying to show New York they will not be defeated by a 0-6 team. But here we have a 1st and 10 now for the for the Musicians. As they're showing 2 backs on this play. Running up the middle is Owen Castles to the 35. 12 rushes, 41 yards. As he's not had the big game he hoped for. As he's trying to get into the MVP race. This is not going to help him. But we have a 2nd and 5. He's hoping that they use him a lot more. But they have not. Seth Skies throwing on 2nd and 5. As he throws and it's incomplete. Ronaldo Smith is not going to let that one be hauled in. He's hoping to get this defense to say, we're not going to allow this. And we'll see what they do on 3rd and 5. They're in field goal range now, so it's going to be scary for New York. They're hoping to get a big play here, like a sack or a turnover. As they got turnover last time New Orleans was on their side. Seth Skies, though, on 3rd and 5. I thought they would have read it, but it is caught. No 1st down, though. 18 for 30, 156, 1 interception for Skies. As Garnett was not letting that one happen. So he's making pretty big plays here late in the fourth. He would not let Flowers convert that. The big man was stopped by the little corner. But here at 4th and 3 as the field goal unit will come on for New Orleans. As this is a big play here to get New Orleans in the lead late in the 4th. The kick is up. It is right down Broadway. The New Orleans musicians go ahead by 3 as Henry Gurnett, who has to be quarterback, is now it's time for him to see what he can do with this offense. If he has a big drive here, they might use him next week. If not, Carl Karros might be starting again. Injuries don't last in this league, so they only last the starting week. But they might just switch him out because if they lose this game, or if they might just try something new. Who knows? They're 0-6. Who cares? But here's the kickoff as it will be taken inside the 5 as they're gonna bring it out to the 24 as it's not bad running by the kick return team. 20 yards per return, as I think that is a tie, possibly. No, but Carl Karros is coming out. He's back on the field. Because they're going to see what he can do on 1st and 10. So New York has Karros back in as he's well. They're going to see what he can do here. Karros launching downfield. That's caught. Past the 40 to the 43. 15 for 24, 194 yards, and an interception for Karros so far. As that's a big play. As they get some yards out of that one. As they need to get in field goal range to tie this game. But they already missed a very short field goal, so they do not want a field goal. They want a touchdown here. They have time to do it, though. So they're not going to shoot for the biggest plays, but they might try it every now and then. But you do not want a turnover here, or a sack. Sean Flores gets the tackle, by the way. 1st and 10. It's a screen. It works. He gets it out. Oh, why did you cut inside? But they get out to the 50. That's 7 yards. He could have got a first down a lot more. But 202 yards is Karros passed the 200-yard mark. As Dominic Travai gets his 3rd reception for 14 yards. As he's been used quite a bit in the screens. I kind of guessed why he tried to cut back inside, but I think outside would have worked better for him in the long run. But they have a 2nd and 2 now, so they're actually going to call it 8 yards as Sean Flores gets another tackle. But we have 2nd and 2 as they're at the 50 as they're trying to march this downfield. Karros hands it off, so they're going to try to power for this in first down. He gets past the defensive line in Evan Flats, 10 rushes, 28 yards. As he's 2.8 average right now as he gets the first down again. They've got some pretty big first downs in the run game so far, even though the yardage isn't that good for them. They've used them. They've come through sometimes when they need them the most. And here's a big play here to get the first down. As they're at the 42 now at the 1st and 10. Karros and company are moving the ball pretty well. See what they can do in 1st 10. Karros running out of time. He gets it off at the check down. Can't break his man, but he gets 6 yards on the play. No, they're going to call it 4. My bad. Dominic Travai gets the reception. As that's nice, quick thinking there by Carl Karros since he was about to go down. And that would have been a different story then for the offense. But they keep the drive going. As they don't want to get into those long yardage situations. Karros now on 2nd and 6. Throwing. Oh! Almost intercepted. That was scary there. I'm kind of rooting for the businessmen because I just want them to get one win. But that was pretty scary there. As New Orleans does hit it away, but it's a 3rd and 6 now. But that could have easily been intercepted. But over 3rd and 6, a pretty big situation for the businessmen. It's at 38. Be a long field goal from here. Karros running out of time. Throws it. That's a wide open receiver down the middle. To the 21, they finally bring him down. Has to get half the defense on him, though. 1st and 10 now. Sam Johnson gets his 4th reception as he's past 50 yards on the day. Donald Robinson again down as one of the people on him. As we're about to hit the 2-minute warning here as the businessmen convert again. They keep punching it down and punching it down. And they're getting here as they left a wide open Sam Johnson down the middle. Can this be the businessman's first win? I'm not going to hold my breath, but we have a 2-minute warning now. As New York businessmen are at 7, and the New Orleans musicians are at 10. New Orleans has almost let this happen before. They got a win off of this before. There was a team in the red zone late in the game, and they sealed it off with Henry Torres' interception. So let's see what they do on this game. But Carl Carroll's throwing it downfield. That's caught in the red zone now. To the 7. It's a 1st and goal for the businessmen. 19 for 29 for Carl Carroll. Sam Johnson is seeming to be a threat on the side of the field. 5 receptions, 74 yards for Sam Johnson. As he was wide open up the middle, and Carl Carroll delivers. As he's delivering pretty good in this 4th quarter. Carroll's no huddle, and he's down. He's sacked at the 14. Vince Payton in there for the 3rd sack of the night. He hasn't been hurt in the second half until now, and this puts some pretty big pressure on the businessmen. Little over a minute to play, and they're at the 14 with 2, possibly 3 plays left. Field goal wood's high, but they want the touchdown here. No huddle with the offense. Carroll's throwing. He does a little check down almost, but they get up to the 4. They're inside the 5 now with 1 minute left and running on the clock. 3rd and goal. They want to punch this in here, and if not, they're probably going to go for the field goal opportunity. Donald Robinson to get the tackle, and I think that was Eric Ward with the catch. No huddle again. They're hustling here. Carroll's, he's going to go down! Vince Payton to deny the touchdown, and he brings down Carroll's, as the field goal unit will probably come on now, as this game might go into overtime. Carroll's did not see coming. They had Vince Payton double covered, but he broke through, and Carroll's didn't even see him. As that goes from a chance to get a touchdown to probably win the game to now seeing if they can make the field goal to go into overtime. But we have a timeout by New Orleans. They're going to ice the kicker here. It's not a long field goal by any means, but they already missed a pretty decently easy field goal. As Henry Grenez is actually the long snapper. No, not the long snapper, though. Kick holder. Backup quarterback being the kick holder. That's a little. Hoping my video storage can make it through the rest of the game. But we have 12 seconds left in the 4th quarter with the field goal unit on the field. But the kicker is ice, so it's going to be a little bit of harder of a kick. But it's pretty easy being only 21 yards away. Well, it might be a little bit longer. But it's a pretty easy field goal. High school kicker could probably make it. Even in a high pressure situation. But we have the 4th and goal team now. As this is probably the biggest play of the night. And it's by a field goal team. But great play by Vince Payton there to force us. It's going to be us. Don't know what that is. 18 yard. No, yeah, whatever. But hopefully I can put this record together on extra quarter, hopefully. But the field goal is good. I'm so sorry for this to keep happening. Don't know why it's happening. But it is, so I have to deal with that. Might be a lot of, parts to this. That might just be what has to happen. I deleted a couple of videos and uninstalled an app, so hopefully that helps. Here we have the kickoff team now. For the kickoff, let's see if New Orleans tries anything. Kick is away, and it's taken in at the 1. Up to the 21. 5 seconds left on the clock. Does New Orleans try anything? You might as well. Looks like they're going to go for a run probably here on 1st and 10. As it is a run up the middle. They're looking to bring this thing into overtime. And we have our first overtime game in a primetime matchup. Okay, we're back. And so I had some other videos too I had to delete. Gosh dang it. Okay, so we're back. So I had some other videos to delete as well. So overtime rules work in this league. So each team only has 1 possession. so they don't go overtime. Doesn't go on forever. So normal NFL rules: if you both get a field goal, tie, one team gets a field goal, other team doesn't. That team with the field goal wins, but only one possession pretty much for each team. But if the first team get it scores a touchdown, then they win. But the Bears did get to start overtime. I mean, not the Bears. The businessmen got it to start overtime. So the businessmen will start the ball, and we'll see what they can do here in overtime. Our first overtime primetime game, and maybe even our first overtime game in general. But here comes the businessmen taking it out, and they'll take it out to the 27, as we'll see what Carroll's and the offense can do in overtime. This is probably the biggest drive of the season so far for them. This could get them the win. If they get a touchdown here, that's the win. That's the win they've been looking for this whole time. So it's all in Carroll's and the offense's hands. Can New Orleans get a stop? Fake handoff. Carroll's has the ball. Carroll's launching it down deep. Oh, almost caught. 20 for 31, 248 for Carroll's. As Carroll's launched it deep to start the game out. Start overtime out, I mean. But you can't really contest this strong secondary in New Orleans. Here is a 2nd and 10 now. Carroll's again. Throwing. Oh, it's caught! Tipped off the defender who could have intercepted that one. And it was caught by the halfback. Dominic Travai, 5 receptions, 24 yards for Travai. McWilliams to get the tackle. But that could have been an interception. Missed opportunities on both sides of the ball for each team. Now we have a 3rd and 4. That's a nice catch by Travai. Carroll's. Oh, he throws an incompletion. That's really big. That's actually, we might just go by the NFL rules, so we're just going to do that. Just because, like, the AI isn't going to need, the AI doesn't know they need to go for it, so we're just going to go by the NFL rules. It's not that I favor the businessman, it's just like, the AI doesn't know. But it will go to end zone, as it will be the New Orleans Musicians' chance to see if they can get any points. Now, field goal wins by either team now. So all they need to do is get in field goal position. And that's what they hope to do here. On 1st and 10. Now we got a 1st and 10 at the 20. 9:05 left in overtime. We'll see what the Musicians can do here. Skies throwing, caught at the 23. Throws it to, I think that's Fernandez, but no, that's Domingo Gonzalez, my bad. Now we have a 2nd and 7 on the clock. Skies in the pocket, throwing deep. That's caught at the 49. On flips to the other side of the field now, as that's a nice dive by Carl Graves. That's a 6th reception, 80 yards now on the day. As they are now almost in field goal position, as that's a great play by the New Orleans offense. As the businessmen are slowly slipping away from their game again. And the businessmen are getting close to their 5th win. They're 9 yards away from field goal range. Skies hands it off to Castles. Castles gets in field goal range, and he's at the 37. That's his 14 rushing, 58 yards. He's coming in clutch in overtime. Bill Gregors get the tackle, but this game might just be over. What a rush by Owen Castles to get them in field goal position. As that was probably his biggest run of the night. Most meaningful run, at least. Now we have a 1st and 10. Skies Hands it off to Castles again. Castles breaks the tackle up to the 34 now. As they're getting closer and closer to the field goal. And they might even try to go for the end zone. Who knows? The Businessmen need a big play here. Can Ronaldo Smith do it again? Or can the whole defense do it again? It's another rush. They're just rushing it now. Castle's just trying to get yards to the 32. They might just want to give them the first down so they can just keep getting plays and maybe just force a fumble this play. Because if they force the fourth down, this field goal is probably going to be made. So it's better to just get the first down and maybe get more opportunities to force the fumble off Castles. Such guys are going to throw it. Big opportunity here for the defense. No, it's going to be caught on the sideline. First and goal now. I know they're going to call it first and 10, but it's pretty much a first and goal. Domingo Gonzalez, 6 receptions, 49 yards for him. It's been a big day. Especially a big overtime drive here by New Orleans. This has pretty much put a good night to the defense of New York and New York in general. Because that was a big play by New Orleans. There's a booth review. They might want to just... New York is probably hoping this is good so they have chances to get turnovers. I think it's good, though. They are going to call it... It's called first and goal New Orleans. Yep, it's good. Well, first and 10, I guess. But New Orleans does have a first and 10 at the 10. This guy's throwing to the check down. Oh, he misses the tackle. Touchdown. That's the game. Owen Castles to bring it into the end zone. Shake off the defense, and he's in. And the Businessmen lose again. In a devastating heartbreak again for the Businessmen. As they now fall to 0-7. And the New Orleans gonna need a win they really needed to go to 5-2. As he just shakes off the defender and he goes right in. He's gonna be thinking about that missed tackle for the rest of the week and maybe for the rest of the season. Good game played by New York, but in the end, it was won. Carl Carroll, if you didn't see, had a little aggression on the sideline. As that was just a good game. The Businessmen just have another heartbreak on their season. They get so close, but they cannot win in the end. But Castles... Some people might be buying his jersey this week, as that was a big play. But that's it from New Orleans. They go 5-2, and Businessmen go 0-7, and I'll see you on Sunday.